today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun. Corcoran, man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. From the gun, Corcoran. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
To throw on 2nd down. Corcoran, he gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And we're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out, he can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Now he's got his eyes on 700. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Corcoran. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Throwing again. Corcoran. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A nice throw there by the second-year.
Younghoe Koo lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Makes the score.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in about 4 yards deep.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Gregory. Throw left side complete. It's Russell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a 3rd to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards, the pickup there. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
2nd and 3.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gregory. This is caught. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Greg Zuerlein.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
With 6. Brings up.
So those are the numbers for Gronk in last week's outing. 7 catches, 60 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 77 yards. They'll look to run with Moss. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Corcoran, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Rob Gronkowski, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Good. And this one through the uprights and good. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 1st down, Gregory. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And he's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the
20-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up and down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
On second down, it's Moss, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
First down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Moss. It's a foot race. 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Zach Moss, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Looking downfield for Godwin. It's caught inside the 25. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 73 yards. If you're a fan of offensive football, this game has suited you well. Both offenses continuing to move the ball with relative ease.
Yeah, and if you're a fan of defensive football, you're not having so much fun watching this one. And these coordinators, they've got to be scrambling to figure out a way to counter so far. It may just come down to which one of these defenses can make one stop that could change the course of this game.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
Yes, and he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, Corcoran airing it out, looking for Ridley. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Buccaneers have it.
The quarterback is sacked. Fumble on the play.
He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Another try after the first down sack. Gregory. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown.
His kick is good.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are
under pressure, and they got to him again.
The quarterback taken down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
To throw on 2nd down. Corcoran over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 20.
Operating from the gun. Corcoran. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Returnable here from the 38. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. He'll rifle this one deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
The kick is good.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
After the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
On 1st and 10. Corcoran, a very quick pass to Ridley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Corcoran. And that's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
This is taken at the 23. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Gregory. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Complete to number 88. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record. 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving them time to throw the ball, a true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
He'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive. Gronkowski again. He was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Corcoran. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw on 3rd down, Corcoran, and he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. throwing on first down. Corcoran, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And this one is right through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25.
Buccaneers 49.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
1st down, Buccaneers.
A final shot before break. Gregory. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Russell. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. So we now proceed to the start of the second half.
Buccaneers 49.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
He can't hang. He's not going to get hurt. Just nickel.
Throwing again. Gregory. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
To throw on 2nd down. Corcoran. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week. Throwing on 3rd and long. Corcoran. Now the pressure comes and he goes down.
just inside the 10, back at the 9.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. It's Russell. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
Back to throw. Corcoran. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, Corcoran. This one finding the hands of Brandon Powell. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Operating from the gun. Corcoran can't get away, and he's taken down. Samson Ebukam able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 51 yards.
Tampa Bay.
And that is caught, and the record is his. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard.
Now we'll again see Calvin Ridley in the Falcon offense. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run here with Moss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. From the gun, Corcoran. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Was looking for Ridley again, but now it's 3rd down.
Now 3rd down and 14.
Operating from the gun, Corcoran, and this is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
Buccaneers.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Russell. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
Buccaneer first down.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
On first down, Gregory. That is caught inside the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Chris Godwin.
His advantage of the key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that.
It's like, man, can you have strung that out just a few? Off the play fake, Gregory. Throw left side complete. It's Russell. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before gain of 31.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd. Fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours.
And they pull this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you're still taking shots.
You keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
27 yards there, a first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Russell. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. The This will be caught at about the 5. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal with the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
2nd down and goal. Gregory, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Right back to Moss. And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
To throw from his end zone. Corcoran. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now a throw here, hauled in. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
33-yard line.
From the gun, Corcoran. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he's going to go down again.
Down and sacked.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Back now comes Tampa Bay as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. That's caught inside the 20. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Back to the air on second down. Corcoran, rush coming, and he's taken down. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 3rd and long. Corcoran, and that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's taken at around the 40. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it. The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
That one looks like he'll throw here. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Corcoran. And that's complete to Zach Moss out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Corcoran. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Off play action. Gregory. Caught on the right side by Adams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.